friends, are we glad you came out today? Hey, hope you're ready to have a good time. Now put your hands together for Chuck E. Cheese!
You know, Chucky, I'm really glad that I have a pal like you that I can always count on. And you too, Munch, Helen, and Pasquale. I know I joke around a lot with you guys, but I really don't know where I'd be today without your friendship.
Well, we're a family, and families look out for each other. Right, guys?
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's a deal.
Oh, pizza!
Munch. But he's right. It's what we're all about. Family and pizza. Come on, guys, let's go. We've got one more song to do.
All right, let's go.
Oh, goody.
You tell me that I'm crazy. You think that I've gone mad. Despite the things you do, you're in the top 37 friends I've had. You took my last slice of pizza. You put gum in my hair. But I'll be right here by your side, even if you don't want me there. Because we're friends, in spite of everything you do. Because we're friends, in spite of what my other friends would recommend. Yeah, we're friends, from beginning to the end. And on me you can depend, because we're friends. Christmas Day. Because we're friends, in spite of everything you do. Because we're friends, in spite of what my other friends would wreck. We're friends, yeah, we're friends. And to this friendship I will tend. We're friends, everyone will mend. Because we're friends.
Because we're friends, because we're friends. Because we're friends, because we're friends. Because we're friends, because we're friends.
So don't pretend.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
And don't offend.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
Cause I will commend.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
With every email that I send.
Because we're friends, because we're
Cause
friends.
it'll pay big dividends.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
Which is,
Because we're friends,
we're
because we're friends.
In spite of everything you do. Because we're friends, in spite of what my other friends would wreck. We're friends, yeah, we're friends. And together we will blend. Because we're friends, yeah, we're friends. And despite all the latest trends. Because we're friends, yeah, we're friends. And our friendship will transcend. Because we're friends, yeah, we're friends. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend. Because we're friends, yeah, we're friends. So take the hand that I extend. And when the song comes to an end, we will be friends.
thank you. We'll see you later, kids.